Welcome back to Power in the Pause. I'm your host, Chelsea, and this is the space where we slow down, breathe for a second, and remember that sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is pause. Have you ever been standing next to a friend and they're introducing you to someone new? This is Chelsea. She's an incredible therapist. You should see the work she does. She's so talented. Or maybe they share something you created online and write this beautiful caption about how proud they are of you. And instead of simply receiving it, you immediately jump in commenting, "Oh my gosh, stop. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm still figuring it out. I just got lucky." While everyone else is smiling, inside, you feel uncomfortable, almost exposed. Like somehow the spotlight got a little too bright. So instinctively, you reach for the dimmer switch, you downplay it, brush it off, change the subject, compliment them back. Most of us would call this humility. But what if it's something else, sis? What if your nervous system has learned that being seen isn't always safe? Because for some of us, compliments can feel the opposite of kind. They can feel threatening, not just because someone said something nice, but because what they said doesn't match the story that we've been telling ourselves. When you've spent years believing you're not enough, a compliment challenges what's familiar. Your mind is saying, that can't be true. And your body says, fix it. So you deflect, you minimize, you explain it away. It's not because you don't want to believe them, but because believing them would require letting go of an old story. And old stories, even the painful ones, can feel safer than new ones, especially if you spent most of your life living in what's called the fawn response. We often think of fawning as people pleasing, but it's really something deeper and more complex. It's finding safety by doing more, being more helpful, more accommodating, more productive, more selfless, more agreeable. It's the belief that your worth has to be earned, that if you just keep trying hard enough, maybe one day you'll finally be enough. Sound familiar? But this is what changed everything for me, sis. What if that low self esteem isn't just there by accident? What if it's somehow like protecting you? Because if you truly reach the point where you believed you were good enough, that protective part of you might actually become afraid because believing you're enough would mean you could stop trying so hard. You could stop over explaining, stop over performing, stop over giving, and stop chasing everyone's approval. To a nervous system that learns safety through surviving, that feels risky because trying became safety. So when someone says, "You're amazing at what you do," or "I'm so proud of you," your nervous system doesn't just hear it as a compliment, it hears a challenge. It hears things like, maybe you don't have to keep proving yourself. And that protective part quickly responds, "No, no, no. Make sure they know you're humble. Don't let them think you're thinking too highly of you. Don't become a threat. Let them know you're just a nobody." We don't usually think those like exact words consciously, but our bodies often live by them because somewhere along the way, staying small felt way safer than being seen. So I want to invite you to stop here for a moment with me. Take a slow inhale, hold it. Now exhale. Again, breathe in, pause, and breathe out. As you breathe, I want you to reflect and ask yourself, what if the discomfort isn't proof the compliment is wrong? What if it's simply proof that your nervous system is encountering something unfamiliar? Because the truth is that our brains don't always choose what's healthy. They're choosing what's familiar, even if familiarity is self doubt, even if Familiar is believing you have to earn every worth every single day. Healing isn't just changing your thoughts, it's teaching your nervous system that it's safe to exist without constantly proving yourself. That it's safe to be appreciated, safe to be celebrated, safe to be seen. So, sis, the next time someone compliments you, I want you to notice that urge to swat it away, to deflect. Notice the impulse to minimize yourself. And instead, just try something different. Pause, take a breath, smile, and simply say thank you. Not because you're suddenly convinced of it, but because you're practicing receiving. You're teaching your nervous system that appreciation isn't dangerous, that being seen isn't something that you have to apologize for, and that your worth has never depended on how hard you've had to work to earn it. Thank you for being here with me today. And if this episode resonated with you, share it with another woman who always seems to brush off compliments. She might think she's just being humble when really her nervous system has been protecting a really old story. Until next time, remember, there's always power in the pause.